Hello, it's Irene again. So I'm back. I told you that maybe I'll just do like a tiny one that I had in here. I don't know how it's going to be. It's called Spooky Monster. And I think it's like a Russian game, at least it seems so by the title that you have in there. And the developer, but the developer is in Japanese. It says Kishino Hashi. Kishino Hashi. I think it's that. So I don't actually know. So the demo includes the game's prologue, an introduction to some of the characters and the other world where the main events of the game occur. There's a legend that if you make a wish on a moonlit night near the lake, it can come true. The main heroine, who didn't want to go home, made the wish and found herself in another world filled with creepy yet very charming monsters. Will she be able to fall in love with any of them, or will she return home? And it says in here that the demo has like 20 minutes, so maybe we can do this really fast, you know. And it says the genres says like visual novel, otome, romance, horror, fantasy, isekai, yandere. Okay. And we have like love interests. They put like 8 love interests in here. Yeah, it's quite a lot. And apparently the game has a full release for like $6, something like that. It doesn't have like voice acting though. And this is from 2025. So let's just take a look at it. Okay. So, and this like, by the way, the game starts in a very tiny window. I don't know how it's going to look for you because I had to stretch it. So I don't know how it's going to look for you. And this is because it appears like that in a tiny window. And I do not know if we can change to something bigger, but I do not think so. Because see, like you only have like continue, album, prologue. But then I click the prologue in here. So select your language. Like this is this means Russian or English. And I notice enter a name 5 characters. This is the original name. We can Maisie can stay like that. Yes. And I notice that in here, in this apple, you see like this apple in here, it's where you have the configuration, but we only have like displaying her, sound, the text speed. Oh, maybe I'll have to adjust that. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see it. So, our amazing. Look, Alan, the pumpkins grew great this year. Can I use the enter key? Oh, I can. They are big, nice color and shape. They could be the best at the Harvest Festival. Hey Alan, are you listening to me? Okay, there's like something going on here because I think like, hey Alan, are you listening to me belongs to Maisie. But there was like, this was probably like an error of the script thing. The transition thing, because his answer is probably yes. What's wrong? Are you not in the mood? No. Listen, sister. What? The season is almost over, isn't it? Yes, that's right. We must prepare for winter after the harvest. Sister, you haven't met your beloved yet. Why would you suddenly ask something like that? You know that I don't have a boyfriend. Yeah, you are always working in the field, doing chores around the house. You should spend more time on yourself. Why not take a trip for a change of scenery? I don't mind, but I'll prefer to be in the countryside. Really? I hope this isn't because of me. Since Dad and Mom died, you've always taken care of me. But I'm no longer a child, so you should find yourself a good man. I'm happy with the current state of things and don't think I need a lover. Even if it seems beneficial now, you may come to regret it in the future. Maybe you should move on, sister. You don't have a girlfriend like yourself. Why don't you focus on your own concerns? No, I need to prioritize organizing your personal life first. Listen, I don't want you to feel obliged to stay with me. I don't have to get married to be happy. That's right, but I'm thinking about your freedom. Until today, I have lived freely. But why do you think that she being attached to a guy is going to give her more independence and freedom, honestly? Because it really depends the type of person you are going to get. And when you are in a relationship, there's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of you having to give and the other person having to give too. So, yeah. Let's end this conversation at this point. Sister, where are you going? Leave me alone. I need some privacy. It also feels a bit unnatural for a brother to be telling the sister, no, you need to leave. You're the only family that I have and you're the one that probably cooks for me and does all the chores at home. But you need to leave, you need to find a husband. Because I feel like brothers are usually more protective. They are more like, unless it's like someone that I know, then I can let my sister be with him or something like that. They're kind of like more protective. Especially when you don't have parents anymore. Usually guys tend to have like that type of attitude. Like, oh, now I need to kind of take care of her. And it needs to be someone that I kind of feel like I trust him, and not just say, you need to find someone, It felt a bit weird to me, but yeah, sure. It's totally fine, okay? Each person with their own thing, so, it's fine. I lifted my head from my knees, and before I realized it, darkness enveloped me. It's been so long already, time to return home. I thought so, but there was no way I could stand up. Why would Alan say something like that? Is it so bad not to have a partner? Is it really necessary to pressure yourself into finding someone? Yeah, it just feels really weird for me. Like, imagine if he had already found someone, I would feel it like it would come as like a more natural thing. But he's a bachelor too, and he's just saying, no, just go and find someone. I'll be here and do the chores myself and cook and do everything while I'm working and arriving late at night and stuff like that. It doesn't seem like... I don't know. Okay. After straightening my back, I glanced at the lake in front of me. The surface of the water reflected the night sky like a mirror. By the way, I recall that there was a legend. When you look at the reflection of the full moon on the water, you'll see your soulmate. The moon is a gorgeous, perfect circle today. Let's approach the lake and look at the water. There's only me in the water, wearing a pitiful expression on my face. I waited for a while, but there was no change. Obviously, if the reflection showed someone else, I would be scared. Suddenly, I felt foolish about what I was doing and touched the smooth surface of the lake with my hand. I knew to stop treating Alan like a child. I don't want to go home for a while. need some time for my mind to cool down. I'll grant your wish. Eh? This is like, I'm actually thinking if this person is not Japanese. Why? Because I see a lot of which is like I read a ton of Japanese things. And this is an expression that they have like a lot. It's like kind of like their surprised kind of expression, like their interrogation kind of expression, like like she's kind of like doing it a lot, like yeah, kind of funny. Suddenly, with a strange sound, someone grabbed my hand, which was submerged in the water. The man's hand gripped mine tightly. From the dark depths, a hand reached out and pulled me into the water. At the moment I realized it, my body was already leaning into the lake. The cold water enveloped my entire body. I couldn't catch my breath from the surprise. Orienting myself to the light pouring from above, I struggled to swim to the surface. I managed to drag my heavy body away from the water and crawl into the beach. Coughing, I inhaled deeply to catch my breath. Why are you breathing so heavily? I heard the voice from earlier. Moving my hair out of my face, I raised my head. Standing before me was a man so strange that it was possible to doubt in his existence. He wore an expensive suit that I had never seen in the village, had pupils shaped like those of an inhuman creature, and possessed horns growing from his head. He can only be described as bizarre in every way. His unusual appearance made me tense up involuntarily. The man began to speak as if he were recalling something. Yes, by the way, it's not like humans can't breathe underwater. Worthless creatures. I had forgotten about it. What are you? Can't you tell by looking? I'm a demon. A demon? Demons don't exist. You look bad, even the sight of you isn't pleasant. The man who claimed to be a demon raised his hand to chest level and snapped his fingers. Ah! My clinging hair fluffed up. I was surprised to discover that both my body and clothes had dried. It felt as if I were merely wet. Merely wet, okay. Yeah, the translation in here might be a bit rough. Are you really a demon? Who else could I be? You mentioned that you didn't want to return home for a while. I made it happen. You can thank me for that. Did this happen because of me? On second glance, I'm not where I was before. You just noticed that? Well, we should go. The demon forcefully wrapped his arms around my waist, pulling me so close that our bodies were in direct contact. Hey, what are you doing? You must pay for the fulfillment of your wish. Saying this, the man, ignoring my resistance, spread his black wings in front of me, encircling my entire body. I couldn't see anything, trapped in the darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I feel like I'm dreaming. The sensations on my skin and the scent of the night contradicted that thought. After floating in the air for a while, the situation changed. The breathing, the presence of a human being behind those wings. I touched the wings and the feathers parted slightly, revealing light. In fear, I opened my eyes. Cyril, you're in my way. You're the one who suddenly appeared. I've asked you many times to come through the door. A calm voice, tinged with irritation, reached my ears. The demon's back obstructs my view of the man. By the way, you should be happy. I brought you a souvenir. Huh? What is it? Here. The demon turned around and pushed me forward. I hit my forehead against something. A white shirt was in front of my eyes. It seemed that I had bumped into the person the demon was speaking about. A young lady? I raised my gaze and saw a young man with shiny black hair and white skin. He was so tall that I had to pull my head back. Something sparkled in his eyes for a moment, but he quickly smiled. You're not hurt? Huh? No. Good. Holding me by the shoulders, he helped me stand up. Osbert? Osbert, okay. How can you be so rude to a human being? What if you hurt her? Are you happy? What? It's not about that. I'm not happy. Did you really take the human to... She agreed. The demon said some nonsense. I don't remember agreeing to that. The young man looked at me. I shook my head with all my strength. He lowered his eyebrows in an apologetic manner and turned back to face the demon. It doesn't look like that, he would say. Are you in trouble? Okay, he seems like a sane person. There is no need to complain. I put a great deal of effort into bringing her here for your benefit. Embrace your inner vampire and drink human blood. Oh, I see it. Vampire? Vampires are immortal creatures from fairy tales, aren't they? Osbert, I told you clearly. If demons exist, there's nothing strange about the existence of vampires. He looks pretty shy, but perhaps he's pretending to drink blood. It's not safe to be in a place like this. I must escape while they are talking. You are too selfish. Can't you at least respect my wishes? I will never drink blood. You understand that, don't you? Now you start kidnapping. Osbert, are you listening? Cyril? What? I don't care what you say. I'm not going to change my mind. While you engage in nonsensical behavior, people run away. What? She doesn't know the area. It's dangerous. You should eat her quickly. I would never do that. No, now is not the time to talk. We should go after her. I managed to escape from the mansion. I ran without looking back and didn't notice how I ended up in the thicket of the forest. Where am I? Boo! Are you scared? A loud, cheerful male voice called out. However, there were no people visible nearby, just a white blur floating in front of me. Was it you? Yes. Are you human? It's rare to find a human in this world. As you can see, I'm a ghost. It's nice to meet you. Demons, vampires, and even ghosts. Why does one strange thing appear after another? Well, it's quite natural. It's a world of demons and the undead. You're the strangest one here. Smokey said it in a cheerful voice. Smokey? I realized that the landscape wasn't familiar to me. Is this another world? How can I get home? It's easy. Eh? Hey, follow me. The ghost flew into the forest. Can I trust him? What are you doing? I'm leaving you alone. It's better to be with someone, even a ghost, than be alone in a creepy forest. I decided to follow the white smoky. Here, the ghost led me to the lake where I met the demon. If you jump here, you can go home. Is this place underwater? Yes, take a look at the surface of the water. Having done as he said, I discovered a familiar forest reflect upside down in the water. And you should return to the world you came from as soon as possible. Right, thank you for your support. I used to think ghosts were frightening creatures, but you are kind. Come on, don't make me blush. After saying goodbye to the embarrassed ghost, I made my way toward the lake. Huh? I couldn't touch the water with my feet. It was as if the water had stopped into a transparent floor, blocking my path. I can't get in. The ghost watching from the beach floated closer. The beach. This is not a beach. It's more like a lake, right? He had no trouble submerging underwater. The problem is on you. How? Why? Can I speak with you for a moment? The ghost brushed my palm with its smoky essence. Yes, I can sense a powerful magic. A rustle of grass was heard. I turned to investigate the sound and saw that the vampire I had encountered earlier had emerged from the woods. It appeared that he was in a hurry and struggling to catch his breath. When he saw me, he approached us. I'm so glad you are safe. There's like these moments where I need to click because there's like nothing going on in here. And it feels like I do not know if this was like a Japanese first creation, and you know they have a lot of onomatopoeias, you know, like they have a lot of that. And I don't know if, because we do not use them as much, if they do not put like this without nothing, because it was supposed to be something like that. I do not know if it's that, or if this is really a Russian creation and they left it like this, like in an empty state. I don't know. Stay back. Oh, please don't be afraid. I only came to apologize. It's Cyril. Yay. You're here too. Good evening. Did you bring her from another world? No, it was Osbert who gave a left-handed compliment. That demon. Do you know each other? Yeah, he's a good guy. However, I don't know much about the demon. Hey Cyril, this girl is under a demon spell. She can't return to the human world. It's definitely Osbert's fault. He's right here. Come out. What? Did you do something with her? You must change her back. It's impossible. She's under contract. She wished that she could stay away from home for a while. You should be grateful. Any complaints are completely out of the question. I was just talking to myself. I don't recall asking you to do that. You made a wish. I heard your request and shook your head. So we made a deal. A handshake. Come to think of it, I fell into the water because I was pulled along a hand that appeared the lake. Yeah. Was that your hand? It's not a handshake, you just grab my hand yourself. It's a one-sided deal. Sure, demons and humans cannot be equal. So yeah, the translation is rough. The demon said it without blinking an eye. The vampire held his head in dismay. Okay, if you're dealing with a demon, there's nothing you can do about it. I can't return home anymore. Do I really have to spend the rest of my life in this world after leaving Alan? Osbert. Eh? You mentioned that you didn't want to go home for a while. After some time, the restriction will be lifted. Really? How long is this going to continue? It will be possible to enter the lake when the star hour comes, before the spooky moon disappears. The spooky moon, the star hour. The spooky moon is a time when the moon shines purple, just like now. The moon in this world requires 100 years to accumulate its magical power. My god. Freaking kidding me? When it is full enough, it turns purple. The magic of the moon is reflected in this lake, becoming the door between your world and this world. After the spooky moon is over, the next time you can enter the human world is 100 years later, when the magic power is restored again. Yeah, I mean, she's lucky. She only has to wait 100 years, so she's a lucky one. Have to be ready for it. After 100 years? I can come and go whenever I want. It's possible because he's a demon with great magical power. What's a star hour? It's a sign that the spooky moon has ended. A star hour, it's when the magical power of the full moon strikes the earth like a shooting star. The spooky moon has just begun. However, there is a time error. The effect of the spooky moon should be complete in about a week from today. What is supposed to be a time error? So, if I wait a week, then I can return home. You should consider the option of not going home. It is easier to live in this world than in the human world. Unfortunately, I have to decline it. I apologize for any inconvenience caused to you. I'm truly regretful. Until you return home, you can stay at my mansion. But that's great. You can drink her blood whenever you want. Osbert, don't make this harder than it needs to be. What a difficult personality you have. The demon, ignoring me, covered itself with its black wings and vanished. The vampire sighed and looked at me seriously. I swear I won't do anything to hurt you. Will you be able to trust me? I mean, he's someone you can trust. The mansion is gorgeous, you're sure to love it. Judging by what happened before, the vampire seems sincere and he doesn't seem to be lying. Besides, I have no one else to rely on in this world. Then take care of me. Yes, absolutely. I really do think there are certain things in here. Okay, translation is not good. But there are certain things in here that seem very Japanese. Yeah, so I do suppose that I have to read it again. I don't remember the name. Yeah, I need to see it in Japanese. I think it's雉野ハチ. I think like the developer, yeah. So I think this actually might be like a Japanese indie, like a Japanese indie otome game, and what was the name of the publisher? VNka, I think it's like that, which is probably Russian. They probably got the rights and decided to bring it to the Russian and English audience, you know. And I do not know how good is the translation in Russian. Probably better because, they probably did some things in terms of like polishing like the edges in terms of the translation here. Yeah, but in English it's a bit rough. It's a bit rough. But I mean, if you do not mind, because I know a lot of people that complain about it, but there are people that do not mind about that because you kind of get like a feel of it, So, I mean, if you do not mind, you'll probably be okay with it. So I apologize for not introducing myself earlier. My name is Cyril. Pleased to meet you. My name is Maisie. Then, Maisie, let's go to the mansion. See you later. Please make yourself at home in this room. If you need anything, please ask the maid. When Cyril said that, a ghost wearing a maid's costume appeared. It appeared as if a gust of wind had come out of nowhere. With a graceful movement, she bowed and disappeared from view again. Yeah, there's like some words that get kind of like cut off in here. Thank you for everything. First of all, I was the one who caused you trouble, so it's only natural. You must be tired today. Get some rest. As soon as I was left alone, I relaxed and suddenly felt tired. I fell onto the large bed in this room. The sheets felt smooth and were of much better quality than the ones at home. This made me feel uncomfortable. Alan is definitely worried. What should I do now? Okay, it was justice. The justice. I have like some album in here. Okay. It's probably for the CGs. Yeah. Several endings. This has nothing. Okay. Yeah. As I was saying, I do suppose it's that because the developer's name is in Japanese and I do not think I'm saying it wrong. It seems like Kiji Hashi. And I do suppose it's like they probably got the rights and decided to translate the game for Russian, and then they brought to the English audience too. And well, the demo is very tiny for us to actually like have a really good grasp of the game. The translation really seems rough, but if you are like the type of person that do not mind about it, maybe you actually enjoy quite a lot of this. You have like Cyril, which is like a noble vampire who governs one of the magical territories. He has a calm and kind nature, ready to help any creature. Yeah, it seemed so. The ghost is just a ghost. He can remember his name or where he came from. Always helps the heroine in a difficult situation. Osbert, sorry. An overpowering demon who wants to preserve the vampire race and is willing to go to any extreme measures to achieve this. Can grant any wish if you make a contract with him. Then we have Ellen, which is the heroine's plain and kind younger brother, dreams of her settling her personal life. And I have like other people in here that we did not even met, like 11, a mysterious guy selling handmade toys on the street, doesn't know much about himself and the world around him, dreams of making friends. We have Eleanor, which is Cyril's sister, who doesn't share his man-loving values. She likes young, cute boys, or rather their blood. And we have Patrick and Lianam Shi, The former governor of a magical city drinks a lot and has a fiery temper. He dreams of hosting Cyril from his position and becoming governor again. He's always helped by Lianam Shi, a fairy who claims to be in love with him. And we have Kate, a mysterious girl who finds herself in a magical city after her death in search of her one and only lover. Honestly, I do not know about this. Yeah, and the reviews that we have, I think it's from people that just played the demo, so I cannot really comment much about it. But I mean, if you are curious, and this is like not the most expensive thing, maybe you could like just try it. Anyway, I leave it in here for you if you want to take a look at it. So thank you very much.